is Rajwani. I'm a developer at a product-based RPA company, Robotic Labs. The product name is Intellibot. So I'll be talking about what are the new advancements that we have been seeing with time and how the future is going to look like. Yeah. So let's start with the root level. What is RPA? So RPA, I suppose all of you must be knowing by now, is a way to automate processes. So it is a software robot, not essentially a hardware robot, a robot that will be walking around you, but it is a software robot with new technologies like computer vision, etc. can simulate a human being. So as we see a computer screen with computer vision technology, even a robot can do so, right? So what RPA is, Robotic Process Automation, is a software, robot or program that sits on a user's workstation and can interact with various applications on your PC. So it can do exactly what you people do, seeing your screen. So here we have technology, there's no change required. The workforce robots are cheaper to afford, obviously. I mean, humans are costly, right? We all have heard something, right? So robots are very cheap because they are virtual workforce. Then training, robots have to be trained on what they are going to be doing, and we have compliance. So with the right machine learning in place, the robot will be doing the task for us. And digital transformation, it is the first step towards digital transformation where the robots will be taking over humans, right? So does this come to your picture mind? Will this happen? Robots will steal your job? Maybe yes, but that's okay. I mean, we have a brain which is way smarter than we believe it is. So we can put it into more productive use, right? Can we? Yeah. Okay, so there are a lot of websites available where you can search what is going to happen to your job. Is your job at risk with the robots taking your case? So, but let's look at the bigger picture, how it is. It's not essentially that robots are going to be doing everything. So currently, till now, what has been happening, people are not the top layer, doing the easiest things. Then there's
process, which we find is complex, and then there's technology, right? But now what is going to happen with the technology growing? So technology is going to come to the top. More robots will be in place doing tasks for us. And then there will be processes at the same place, because processes don't change. Our work is still going to have to be done, correct? And the people will be at the bottom, managing all of this, right? So this is the bigger picture of what RPA is. How does an RPA look like? So this is a studio. So this is called a studio. On the left hand side, you will have components which you simply drag and drop. So the components will be like get text, for each loop. So you people use loops and all in programming, right? So why? What is a loop? I mean, in simple terms, everyone here knows what is a loop, right? It is doing something again and again. Do we like doing something again and again? No, right? So that's why we are going to be putting robots to do this thing for us. Repetitive, boring, mundane tasks for us, right? So this is how an RPA process looks like. It is, so on the top the flow goes, so from start, then the next component, then the next component till the end. So this is how a usual bot will look like. So why enterprises love RPA? I mean, every enterprise you see right now is into RPA in some or the other process of theirs. So the cycle times are reduced by 90%, so the user will have a better experience with your product. The right result, so I mean, bots don't make mistakes, right? Humans make mistakes, but the bot, if it's trained to do something, it will do the exact same thing every day, every time. So they don't make mistakes, they are less likely to be making any mistakes. And RPA expedites processes, it makes it very faster. I mean, you will read something, you'll think about it, but a machine will do it very faster than you, right? So it expedites it, the overall cost of a process gets reduced drastically, and these are flexible and scalable. I mean, you can add new things that a robot is doing any day, anytime you want. So let's talk about a real-time scenario. So there's a manufacturing company that processes 400,000 invoices in a year. So the invoices, processing these invoices is a tough task because it is unstructured data, as Mr. Bharadwaj talked about. So unstructured data is tough to deal with. We need humans to look at it and understand it and then do it. Agreed? Are you all still with me? Okay, so unstructured data processing is a tough task. But now with technology in place, we can, but let's look at some unstructured data. So these are some invoices. They essentially have the same information but in different formats. So the information like date, the invoice number, the vendor, the price will be there in all of the invoices, but they don't look the same. So the manufacturing company had 29 employees sitting at a desk all around the year, 365 days, and keying in this data into machine and feeding it to a next process, right? So getting into RPA with AI, so what an AI engine here can do is, it can help you in using three technologies. So there are three key technologies the AI engine will use. So the first one will be OCR. What is OCR? Everyone knows, right? So can everyone, optical character recognition, is it an old technology, a new technology? It's a very old technology, but still growing. I mean, there's no perfect OCR ever, right? But it is developing. So now we have LSTM Tesseract, long short-term memory Tesseract, which uses artificial intelligence just inside OCR itself. So AI is a wide umbrella which has machine learning in it, and then inside it there's deep learning, right? So the OCR, the LSTM based OCRs we have are way better than what we had previously, right? And then the next thing comes is natural, after you, the OCR will get your text. So from scanned documents, you have your text now. What will happen to this text? We have to process it, right? So for processing it, we have natural language processing engine. So what will that do? It will understand what the text says, right? It will make patterns and understand each and every document. And then the third and last one is the machine learning, which will with time improve itself, right? So what will this do for the organization we were talking about? Let's have a look. So the outcome after 4 months of the project was invoice capture workload reduced by more than 70%. So now accuracy improved to 97% and 29 people were freed. Freed from where? Not their jobs. Their jobs weren't gone, they were shifted. So out of the 29 people team, they were deployed to more better projects. So 21 people were retrained to roles delivering more interesting and better things, like analysis of the things that are coming out and etc. 6 people are still managing the same process, but are not doing the same thing that they were doing. They are not anymore seeing an invoice every day and entering it into an Excel sheet. So their task has also been improved by they are now performing quality checks. What is the output coming out of the process? Are we getting everything right or not? Right? And the 2 people were retrained to create similar processes. Okay, so we still have 29 people, but the work they were doing, the boring, typing every day the same thing, looking at the same invoices every day has changed, and they have better things to do. And that is what the future is, right? We want something better. Everyone wants better, right? So let's have a look how this thing is done. So this is the model, this is the application that I usually work on. Actually I work on. It is a cognitive parser, right? So we talked about how the 100,000 invoices were processed, but how is it actually done? Let's have a look.
PDF. Hello and welcome to Intellibot's new trusted cognitive modeling platform, or CMP. This platform can help you instantly extract data from documents like Word, PDF, image, and many more. OCR and other highly repurposed document classification deep learning algorithms are used to classify and extract data in JSON format for further downstream consumption. CMP coupled with Intellibot's RPA tool is the premier solution for fast-paced business workflows. Let us now create a classification model for our demo. We begin by logging in to the CMP platform and create a container. Now, containers are logical partitions for business process. Each container can have one or more classification group, and each classification group can have one or more document groups. In this demo, we create 3 classification groups and 1 document group each under them. Now, we upload a document in the document group where OCR is applied to extract content of the document. And all we need to do is to identify and tag various information in the data that we would want to be extracted from the model. We can create new tags or use existing tags. We can also create separate data dictionaries as well for more flexibility. Once all the required documents are uploaded and tagged, we train the model by clicking on Train. Done. That's how simple and easy it is. Let's test a document and see what the output looks like. This output is now available in JSON format for downstream consumption. On comparing with the actual document, the results are an exact match. The Intellibot Cognitive Modeling Platform is a highly intelligent, robust, and easy-to-use modeling platform. It is an easy-to-configure and easy-to-use modeling tool which can be used by anybody without going through the complex rules. It's a highly customized group of algorithms which extract information more accurately and makes the business processes run quickly. You can jumpstart your...
Yeah, so this is how we create a model. So anyone among you can create a model to do that thing, right? So an insurance parser or an invoice parser is no more just a single use case. So this is a platform where you can create any parser for any document group that you want. Clear? So how does it look like? What do you think? Which industries can be benefiting from RPA? Which industry? Legal, logistics, production. Every industry, I guarantee every industry has some or the other use case for RPA. Okay, so let's have a look about some of the famous industries and in what format they are getting into RPA. So RPA is a very old thing. So now what we are talking about is smart RPA. Okay, so smart RPA. So RPA is also done in 2 formats. So RPA is end to end. It doesn't have a human intervention in between, and there's something called DPA, Desktop Process Automation, where the bot does something, then a human intervenes and checks the output or says that it's okay and continue or something, and then again the machine takes over and completes it till the end. That is DPA, but we are moving forward to complete end-to-end RPA with machine learning and bots taking over everything. So let's have a look up at the industries that are going to be using RPA. So on the left hand side we can see industries: banking, financial services, insurance, health and pharma. So these are the industries. Bottom are the common processes that can be automated using RPA. On the right hand side are industry specific processes. So every industry has some industry specific processes as well as some common, like HR we talked about, Mr. Bharadwaj talked about HR, human resources can be automated, which is there in every industry, right? So here's a look at how smart RPA is going to affect these industries. So the dark blue color, so this is from a research paper. So the dark blue color shows how much smart RPA's scope is in the future, and the light blue is the lesser it has. So as you can see and decide which industry, what processes are you looking forward to automate. So this graph will help you with that. So as we see, the darkest one here is high tech and telecom, right? So the tech industry, everyone techie here, right? I see energy going down with time. Are you all interested about RPA? It is going to impact your life, right? So you should be interested. You want to be fired out of your job? No. But if you are, it's okay. You can move on. So these are the things that you people can look into, and I'll be open for questions now. Anyone, any questions about RPA? No RPA questions? How many of you work in RPA industry already? Are automating processes? Okay. So as I said, so you are paying 29 people. Let's say you are a manufacturing company, you were paying 29 people round the year to do something for you, keying in just invoices data, right? Paying 29 people, and now you are paying just 6 people for the same process. So the cost of humans are costly, as we all have a value, right? So bots are very cheap in that context, and we can deploy as many bots. Okay, yeah, one more thing. So Intellibot's complete studio as well as this AI parser is completely, there's a community edition free for everyone to use, and you can create your own models, make API calls to it, access it. This AI model will be launched in a month or so. It is not available publicly yet, but it will be launched in a month or so online, and you people can also try creating your own models and parsing data. But do we see a bigger picture of where it is moving, where the industry is moving? Yes. So I'd end my talk with this, and here are my contact coordinates in case anyone wants to connect or has any suggestions or anything for me. Please let me know. Yeah, sure. Please. Yeah. So as I said, so the accuracy of this invoice automation came to 97%. I mean, humans would definitely be making more mistakes. So let's say the amount is 1 crore rupees, you miss a zero. You are more likely to miss a zero than a machine, right? So 97% is a very high rate, agreed? Yeah, so that's what RPA can do for us, and that's where I would rest my talk. Thank you. Yeah, one question. Yeah. Okay, yeah, please go ahead. Right, right. So what we do is we provide, so the machine learning, whoever is worked on will know that there's a confidence level the machine provides us with, right? So, I mean, how many people have worked in the AI industry? I've been working, okay, a lot of you. So the machine always provides us with a confidence level. So it says you the output is this, I am 50% sure about it. So whenever we see something like this, only 50% sure, no, let's have someone to review it, right? And then we will tell it that, okay, you are wrong. This is how the machine will learn, okay, I was wrong here. Next time, I should be better. I have to, something there went wrong. But you also tell it that, okay, this is the correct thing. You train maybe more data. You figure out why it was going wrong there. You add more training data. Yeah, any more questions? Yeah, you are audible. I mean, mic is not needed. So the first thing that has to be done is you have to figure out what your system does, right? So you have to figure out the involvement of the human being, to be exact. So wherever a human being is involved, so it is not that it is removing humans, it is just removing the repetitive tasks, the things that are done every day or every hour or every year or at some particular point in time in a cycle. So removing repetition is the task of RPA. Okay, so does that answer your question?
I mean to say that what kind of platforms for this we need?
So we have Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Intellibot Studio. So there are a lot of vendors out there. I mean, I wanted to share more about the technology rather than getting into a sales kind of a pitch or anything. So I kept it more into technology. So I'd not be showing you what are the differences and all. But yeah, so RPA as a technology has its future, right? So
Thanks.
maybe we can talk about it
Yeah,
later.
sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
Any other questions?
Anyone else?
At the back corner.
I appreciate your slides. There are two things you told, like one is the you create the models for your bot.
Sorry, your voice is.
Okay, you create the model for your bot,
Right.
Intellibot.
Exactly.
Second thing is like, okay, that model you are creating from the RPA.
Right.
Okay, and I saw.
Sorry. That model is not being created from RPA. So that model is the AI platform is a separate thing, which is a together offer with a studio, offered together with the studio, but that model is a separate web service. So you go to the website, create a model for you. We have servers where it will be trained, so that it's trained faster. So it will be trained on our server, and a model will be created and stored in our in our systems. So whenever you access this system, so this system is accessed from two places. It can be either from your web application or from the RPA studio. So RPA, as I showed you in one of the starting slides, it's not going back. So as I showed you, there was a studio where things were connected from one by one.
Okay.
So there's another connector, Semantic Parcel. So that parser uses this model.
Okay.
It will give you a JSON output, you can process it.
So it's just like a process, you did automation of the process.
Right.
Not on the artificial intelligence side, right?
So artificial intelligence there is one, so what is artificial intelligence, definition of artificial intelligence according to you?
Which reduce the human efforts.
So artificial intelligence essentially is machine helping you with things, right? The machine becoming intelligent and smart.
Okay.
So here the machine is doing natural language processing.
Okay.
It is training a model, extracting information, classifying document groups.
Okay.
So the parser will also classify and tell you, okay, this document belongs to Flipkart, or this document belongs to Amazon,
Exactly.
which may be a useful thing for you.
Okay.
Right.
So the question actually came to you when I saw your video, like you did a OCR and your document came and you were highlighting that, okay,
Right.
and you are taking like, okay, this is from 450 character to 480 characters and I am going to train that.
Correct.
Okay. So those are all fixed kind of a document you are going to train. Okay. For example, like now one invoice you have taken. Now there is a separate invoice will come which does not match with this invoice.
Right.
How you are going to take it?
So this is what it is for. So it is not for a particular invoice. You create multiple document groups for a particular company maybe. So let me share you a use case for a insurance document parser, how it actually works. So it starts with the container level. We create a container called insurance document parser. Inside that we have different types of insurances, healthcare insurance or car insurance, bike insurance. So we create the classification groups as inside container document parser. We create classification groups called this health insurance, then car insurance. Inside them we have different documents from different, let's say 5 companies documents you use for training. Then there are various other things also in the studio where in this parser, like synonyms and then dictionaries, which you provide more training data for. So once you provide all this data, we use all this data and train a machine model, right? So that machine learning model should be, if not exactly, but very likely that it will identify 80 to 90% of the fields that you had trained on, even if a new document comes into picture. Because it understands the patterns. It's not, okay, something that I have to look here. It's something that can be looked anywhere, but it might be called, on the left side of it should be insurer, if it's the insurer name. Correct? So that's how the machine understands. It's not necessarily a structured document. This is parsing unstructured data, which is all about. Thank you. Thank you.